Welcome to Let's Play Harvest Moon Animal Parade. I'm Thornbrain. I am joined on this one as well by Skippy Granola.
Howdy.
And Yamino Senshi.
Do I get to drive the sheep?
We might be able to eventually. So, the character for this is going to be kind of similar to the one in Story of Seasons. We're going with a girl named Best. Though it isn't quite the worst farm this time.
In a belly top?
Yeah.
Best.
The outfits are weird.
She is wearing a shirt under that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Her outfits that you can unlock are surprisingly revealing for some of them. Now, unlike Story of Seasons, there is an actual story to this. There is a purpose that we're moving out to the farm. We're this nice little city girl who's been visited by a harvest sprite. His name's Finn. He's been sent out by the harvest goddess because her tree where she lives is dying and the village she lives in is having some problems with nature and we need to go save it.
That is the most Gen X harvest sprite I've ever seen. It's just like, whatever, man.
Wearing pajamas all day, every day. It's in high school in the 90s.
Got a tunic knotted around his waist.
This text screen is a little confusing. It says, like, yeah, Best. Alright. We were discussing before we recorded. There are no vehicles in this. For some reason, we go all the way out to farmland on the back of this guy's cart.
I rolled into town on a hay wagon. My name's Best.
No, I can't for the life of me figure out the importance of this question.
Really? Like, did they not restore your stamina more or anything?
Huh. You know, that's actually a good point. I haven't thought about that. There's just kind of vague questions. When's your birthday? Kind of around here. What season? Sort of around there.
Approximately what kind of food do you like?
They haven't invented calendars yet.
But there's one in my house.
Don't let them find out about that.
So your birthday is when the fallen beech tree bends over backwards, right? That's around then.
Yeah, May 16th.
In the second cycle of the moon after the first snowfall. Buy me gifts.
So your birthday is when a three-legged chicken's born, right?
I'm only 2. Now, I apologize in advance for how this game looks. I am playing it on the Wii with the component cables, and it's still blurry as all hell. I think that's a problem with the game itself, because the layouts of the areas are all huge. There's a lot for the processor to work, even though the areas are dramatically empty as well. It's not a very well optimized game.
Let's just take it as sort of the bucolic nostalgic haze of a more simple life. Also glaucoma.
Well, it doesn't help that you move really slowly, too. That guy moves faster than we do.
Look at him!
It's Mayor Hamilton.
I love him!
Anyone who wants to have fun with the musical, go for it. I haven't seen it.
Oh, he's adorable! He's Lin-Manuel Delightful.
Yeah, I don't think a little care is going to be enough to fix this house.
Little care, a lot of money, a lot of wood. Some rocks.
About 50 contractors, 12 permits, and a backhoe.
Money I don't have. He's nice enough to like, yeah, we're just giving you this house, but you don't have to pay for it right now. You only just got here. In fact, you don't even have to pay it if you don't want, but if you do pay for the house, That'll open up the options to buy additional plots of land. The map could be more helpful, but it is sort of a literal map, and it doesn't exactly show you the routes to the locations.
Everything you get is lovingly wrapped up with a bow on top.
It makes the surprise debt much easier to swallow.
It's so pretty, where you're gonna be stuck for the rest of your life.
That's right. Enjoy your indentured servitude!
Now, there's something weird about the lighting of this game. As this camera moves around, you're gonna notice the scenery gets brighter. You're normally not gonna see that when you're walking around. I think that's just a result of the camera. Because depending on where it's facing, sunlight just makes the farmland glow bizarrely. Reading Rainbow.
Wait, probably in a book? Did LeVar Burton lie to me?
Some things you can't learn from books, man. You gotta learn it straight out of the chicken's mouth.
Three-legged chicken's mouth.
That's right. What do you like, chicken?
Is that chicken for end my suffering?
Well, I mean, or maybe he's just a harbinger.
It's mediocre, but it's fancy mediocre.
Oh boy, you're really aiming for the middle, huh, bud?
Like a really old bottle of champagne.
Not a good one.
It ain't great, but it's pretty.
You know, it's funny, actually. Mediocré is the name of my signature fragrance. Mediocré by Skippy Granola.
It'll do the job.
It is, how you say, adequate.
The commercial is just a lot of black and white shots of kind of chubby guys with their shirts off.
Some hideous neckbeard cradling a guinea pig like a baby.
Isn't that your Facebook profile picture?
That's what I use in my OkCupid.
Make it a capybara, you'll get everybody.
Oh boy. Who needs a girlfriend when you can hot tub with a capybara?
One of my favorite things about Animal Parade is the soundtrack. Every song is just so relaxing and pleasant, but also sort of lush and rich. It's very nicely composed.
I am completely at ease.
Well, there ain't much in my house, but it's mine.
It's in pretty good condition considering the roof.
Yeah,
Or lack thereof.
the big rectangular hole in my roof. We don't have any kitchen utensils, we need to get those later. For whatever reason, we start on Spring 2.
It was a really slow hay wagon.
Guess so. Well, let's just jump right into farming. You might have noticed during the intro, there are already plants out here. Those at the top are flowers, these are potatoes, and those turnips look like they're ready to go, but they still have a little bit to go.
Wow. Those are bigger turnips than usual for a harvest moon.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Some of that dirt's different colored.
Yes, this is another game that utilizes fertilizer, though not as obviously as Story of Seasons. What do you do when you buy fertilizer? You just drop it into a little square on the ground. It deepens the color, and then anything you plant there has a greater chance of being higher quality. It doesn't guarantee it, which is a little annoying.
Oh, I see.
So you can see that corner right there. That's practically barren. Oh no, I can use the turnips right now. Ignore me.
That's a decent turnip.
It's a decent.
Appropriate for a mediocre farm.
Right. It's nice that they give you some turnips right from the start, so you're not immediately empty-walleted. There are 4 different measures of quality in the game. Decent, good, perfect, and even better than perfect, shining.
Ooh. Now wait just a hot second. It looks like when you harvested those turnips, you immediately got the money.
Oh no, that was from me digging around. There's a chance when you're hoeing the ground that money will just spurt out of it.
Hey, alright then.
Wait, that works? I'll be right back. I have to find a shovel.
The joke is it has to be a hoe. He's gonna be out there for hours.
Oh boy. I'm just waiting for Yami to come back in a few minutes. Like, hey guys, I found a dog skeleton.
Oh, that's sad. What's kind of cool is, right on your farm, there are already 6 trees, and in summer, those are going to be fruit trees. I think they're always cherries, though. So if you want more space, you could knock a couple down and then either sell the cherries or hang on to them for later when we start getting recipes. There is a hot spring on our farm, but the water's too cold for us to use. This is one of the things that I both really like and really hate about Animal Parade is the sense of progression. One of the things we need to do is we need to find the bells of the harvest sprites and ring them, which allow the elements of nature to work properly again. In that case, the element of fire, which heats up the water. And each bell you ring sort of opens up the world and the story leading into the other bells, which is really cool. And then at the same time, you can't get to those bells because of really stupid reasons. Where we're heading right now is kind of one of those reasons.
Hey guys, I'm back. I didn't find any money, but I think I found a dog skeleton.
I have the sight! I was wondering where I left that, Yami.
But the real question is, was there a turnip in its mouth?
Oh no!
No, it was just happy to see me.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Well. Anyway, this nice guy is Bo. He's one of the Carpenter's apprentices. He's supposed to be fixing the bridge, but he's hungry. And he doesn't have his tools. Really, nothing works for Bo.
Finally, I've met a worse carpenter than me.
He does sort of look like what I imagine you'll look like, Skippy.
It's pretty close. I don't look that good in a headband, though.
Do you also have a purple wristband?
I mean, like, it's more of a mauve, but, you know, artistic license. Skip Bo Granola.
Polite bow. So Bo is going to give us another one of our tools. It's the axe. It says we can collect lumber. We ain't going to do that for a long time.
Why would a carpenter give up his axe?
He's got like 50.
For pity's sake, Bo, don't you know that you could rive planks with an axe and get your job done? Ugh. God. It's just lazy.
What isn't so bad is he can't work on it because he doesn't have his tools, which is fair enough, but he should have his tools. Why doesn't he?
Because of it, I don't know. He's having a one-man safety meeting.
What really confuses me, the Carpenters is on the other side of the bridge. What's he doing on this side? How long has he been stuck over here?
How did I get here?
I mean, I'm a little confused. He said the bridge broke in his last big storm, but how long has the town been cut in half like this?
Yeah, there's a lot of people with relatives on the other side of that bridge. And they're all really worried about each other, but they're not doing anything about it.
Please, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Shit, that's how we get across!
Oh no!
I forget why I went into the barn. I think it was just to show it off because it was there.
It's a nice barn.
There's a couple things I'm going to change for later parts, which I kept in here for the sake of showing it off. One of them is you'll notice the loading screens are very long. They show up every time you go in a new area, and there's a title screen when they do that. It's severely annoying, so I'm going to be cutting those out later. And another thing is, Best moves very slowly for some reason, which is annoying for how big the maps are. So I actually installed a mod using the homebrew method on the Wii, which just speeds up her running, so it doesn't take nearly as long.
Oh.
Does that have anything to do with why you were doing the safety dance?
Yeah. I'm getting rid of a couple of the trees here because I think they're always going to be cherries. With some of the work I'm going to have to do just in this first spring, I need all the real estate I can get. What I probably should have done is water those crops. Here's me realizing that.
Oh no.
Now right there is another plot of land that we can eventually buy, but not for a very long time. It's super expensive.
Just start planting crops and then, claim adverse possession.
Look, Mayor Hamilton would never go for that. Easement is a four-letter word.
Yeah, you run out of stamina very fast. You want to start upgrading your tools as quickly as you can, because you can do a lot more just in one go, and I think one button action, the amount of stamina you use is about as equivalent as how much you use when you do a charged ability, when you start upgrading your tools.
Gosh. That's, yeah. I see, why we need to get on that.
Or if anything, I said that backwards, like, you use the same amount of stamina.
Right, right.
I'm looking around here for stuff. I'm guessing on the first day, nothing spawns, but as we walk around, we'll be able to find herbs, mushrooms, seashells, and a couple shellfish down on the beaches. Look at that mess of colors that are ever so slightly blurry.
Oh, it's a gorgeous little town.
It looks like Easter threw up on it.
Yeah.
And tell them what you did. As I'm slowly dying. No, we're gonna go into the photo booth.
Selfies.
I got a little into this, at least early on during recording, because I haven't used the cameras much at all. But they are kind of fun. Especially since you can't control the main game camera normally. It's really the only way you can go into first person. I'm not gonna tell you my name, it says right in the shop. Never mind. He's one of the people whose wife and daughter is on the other side of the bridge.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah. You can buy new, not old cameras, but they all function the same. Hug me. So let's check out that camera. This is the happiest he ever looks when he's cleaning a camera. Generally just looks kind of miserable. Can't turn all the way around. I'm imagining there's no actual back wall that they programmed in.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, people just go missing for days to weeks on end, and nobody does anything about it. This is kind of cute. Once we get married and have kids, I think we can bring them here and do family portraits.
Oh man, that is cheesily adorable.
I can't wait till Macy's moves in and drives him out of business.
I can't wait until we do those creepy Victorian photos where the mom is covered by a sheet.
I think I've seen those. Now let's go to Town Hall. See, look at the time that's wasted just by loading and having the title screen come in.
That's actually really handy, because the loading screen was so long I forgot where we were.
Hug me!
Be careful, I'm a hugger!
Trips, falls, breaks his neck.
Oh no, Mayor Hamilton! There's a power vacuum.
Their necks do not look like they can support their heads. It's a little disturbing.
It's Bobble Town.
Best is incredibly polite.
She's gotta keep in her slumlord's good books.
If he decides to call in her debts, she is screwed.
Simon takes a good photo. I don't care about the town hall. We'll look at other things.
Can't even see the haunted pain the loss of his family is causing behind his eyes.
Simon's got a dark past.
Oh yeah, Simon. I know Hamilton's got a son. So I guess he had a wife at some point.
They're on the other side of the bridge. Who knows? Are they alive? Are they dead? Can they get food? Will this camera ever be clean?
Oh my goodness.
I thought that lady wasn't even listening to her.
We have nothing to sell, they said, surrounded by cloth and clothing.
Really, though.
Have you been to the mall? I've seen boutique stores with less merchandise than this.
That suit in the back looks good to go.
I want that penguin that was in the corner.
Gosh, Rooney, I'd like a plushie of that old lady. Seriously, old ladies in Harvest Moon games are like the cutest thing in the world.
Luna is Candace's sister. There's really no reason she isn't here already, but we need to ring one of the bells in order for her to show up. I don't think they explain where she went.
Ah. The elemental force of absentee sisters.
The pink bell. I think she does have clothes to sell. It's just, the further we get in the game, the more that gets unlocked. She's even sitting at the counter. So here's something kind of cool. When you go into people's houses and search around in their kitchen, sometimes you'll find recipes. And they actually change depending on the season.
Why do you need a recipe for herbal tea?
Because you just don't know it yet.
Put tea in hot water. Congratulations. You made tea.
But without a recipe, you might get confused and put, like, stinging nettles in it. And then your throat would close up.
That would explain why this tastes like burning.
See? Why didn't you root through your neighbor's kitchen and find a recipe?
Find a memo for a recipe.
Instead of just winging it, man.
5 hours before I do any work. There's really no jerks in Harmonica Town.
Nope, just a whole lot of belly tops and cowboy boots.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, it's like Topeka in the summer.
No, I just kidnapped her.
Tea. We know all about tea now.
I like the portrait of the mayor on the wall.
From his younger days.
He's a mayor. Why is there a portrait in every business?
There's one in his own house, too.
Oh my goodness.
Legal mandate?
I'm basically the president of this town.
But I ain't giving you the option to vote for me.
Oh, I'm really more of a benevolent dictator.
Whoa, I'm holy.
Wow, what a severe looking man.
Nice to meet you.
Would you like a delicate cup of herbal tea?
This'll soothe your bones.
No matter what you ask for him, he just makes you a Moscow mule.
I'm just about to take these delicate madeleines out of the oven.
There is nothing preventing you from serving cocktails. It's alcohol.
Unfortunately, all those bottles are Jägermeister and food dye.
Green bomb.
Ah, so it's a college bar.
That's right.
This'll wake you up and put you to sleep. They're nice characters, though. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any characters that I actively dislike. There are some that don't really have much of a personality. The dudes at the fishery are likable.
In my experience, it's pretty hard to find a fisherman who isn't likable. There's just something about fishing.
There's not much to sell you because we keep all of our fish in these unrefrigerated boxes.
I'm afraid these fish aren't for sale. They have sentimental value.
It's Ozzy.
So the light in the lighthouse is out. That's a pretty solvable problem.
Don't yell at me. The light in the lighthouse is out. I think that's connected to the blue bell, but the blue bell is related to the oceans moving.
I mean, just go up there with some matches or a length of wire. I'm sure we can fix this.
What? For a second there, I was thinking, why would they be over the watermill? But that's actually where you meet one of them. He's so miserable giving it to me.
I'm so upset that I have nothing to sell, so please, here, take this free fish.
I forget what I do with the char. But it's nice to have. Fishing's a good way to make money. Or just utterly breaking Ozzy's shop, which we can do.
That's nice to see you're ready to make a mark on this town.
So how do you break Ozzy's shop? He sells gobies, and that first recipe, sashimi, it costs 70 gold, which is as much as sashimi costs when we make it eventually. You can make sashimi out of 1 gobi. So that's a 40 gold profit. So come here, buy as much gobies as you have money.
Oh, poor Ozzy.
Of course, I don't realize I don't have the knife set yet, so I can't do that. So I'm just gonna hang on to those gobies for a while.
I'm sure they'll still be good for sushi after that time.
Yeah, nothing goes rotten in this game. You could keep food and fish in a box.
I came to town with nothing but the clothes on my back, 1,000 gold, and my time stasis backpack.
And I'm leaving the town with 100 fish in my pocket.
Oh, hello, small friend.
So you said you like animals and you like parades.
Yes.
Gonna be a while before we see a parade, but there's a shit ton of animals.
Oh, I'm on board.
Maybe that's why the light in the lighthouse is out. Because you fucking boarded it up. This weird little thing is related to how we actually ring the blue bell. But it's incomplete.
Oh, wow. That's great. So, first thing you gotta figure out is which side of the roof a rooster egg will roll down.
A duck egg, actually.
Roosters don't quack?
Not...
I got a lot to learn about farming.
Maybe they do in Harmonica Town. But this is Jake and Colleen, residences of the never-ending marital trouble universe of Harvest Moon. They run the inn, which we can't do much at. Eventually we can buy food there, but mostly it's a place where new characters move into town. As we know in a relationship, it's the man who ages.
Ladies' necks just get thinner. Until they float off like a balloon.
Or bobble around, and then they come to this town.
Just a town full of people with wasting neck syndrome.
The sea air is good for you.
It's like a leper colony.
Oh no!
Jake and Colleen are nice folks. They themselves don't do much. Jake is involved in one side quest, but mostly they just happen to be related to a bachelorette, their daughter Maya, and Colleen's mom kicks off a pretty cool side quest when you befriend her.
Is Colleen's mom also a bachelorette?
No. She is single as far as I can tell.
Jeez, man.
Well, then she's a bachelorette.
I'm just saying, Harvest Moon needs to get on board with the Silver Foxes.
Funny you say that, there is a silver-haired bachelor. 2 of them, actually.
Is it anime silver hair, or are they middle-aged?
Anime silver hair.
Yeah, well.
I think one's blonde, but there's the 2. That's the daughter and the mom.
Oh, boy.
Well, the fishery's clearly in trouble because it's not named after some obscure instrument from a indie folk band.
The shop was not used in Mumford & Sons, therefore. Why does Maya look like Courtney Love? She's got the disheveled, fucked up hair and that weird, I'm gonna say, dress.
Maya's one of those weird characters because she acts super young, even though she's marriable age. In fact, there's a character I think might be younger than her who's a bachelorette, and just sort of looks it, but she acts more mature than Maya does.
I think it's those weird braids just coming off the side. Don't know why she bothered.
They look like handles.
Did she transform into a motorcycle?
Yummy!
Haha.
Eat it when you're tired is a pretty good tagline for a brand of cookies, though.
Eat them when you're sick of life.
Just keep eating. Eat till you feel better. No, don't stop eating. Never stop eating.
That's right.
Eat them.
I get really annoyed with these two. I try desperately to get behind them to get to the kitchen. There's no recipe back there, so I'm wasting my time. But they're blocking my way anyway, so it takes me a long time to figure that out.
Best is way too polite. Just like, excuse me, can I just, pardon, I'm terribly sorry, excuse me, could I just, heavens,
Keep going.
Oh boy, I just, I'm
gonna break this over your head!
Oh, mercy. Well, perhaps I'll just take a photo of this for later. Mercy. Oh, never mind.
How long were you planning to take that?
Long as it takes, baby.
No wonder she left the city if she doesn't know how to use both elbows to get through.
She found the subway too stressful.
New York is like a daily heart attack.
Excuse, I'm walking here.
She was stuck on the platform for the 3 train for 2 days straight.
Oh, sad old lady.
Maybe she was vaping.
Maybe.
She was just surreptitiously vaping behind the counter. Like, oh, a customer.
At a doctor's clinic.
Just grabbing whatever out of the drawer. Yeah, this looks good.
Adderall? Can you smoke Adderall?
Vaping morphine. So Irene isn't actually the doctor. She's the doctor's grandmother and assistant. She just hangs out behind the counter.
She's the barrier to entry to keep wait times down.
Are you really sick?
Just have some soup.
I'm missing my arm.
Soup. Chicken soup.
I'm missing my arm!
Walk it off, young man.
Leukemia? Chicken soup is good for that.
Dr. Jin.
He's already a doctor. Why is he away studying medicine?
We can never stop learning.
He's studying Reiki with a master in Frisco.
Jin's the requisite hot Asian doctor in Harvest Moon. Now I'm very curious about the posters around here. Because that one's, hey, come to the clinic. And that one's more, you've got invaders in your stomach.
Warning, do not ingest the patapons.
I don't even know what that bun is, but I'm sure.
Oh,
I think it's a bludgeoning weapon.
what a badass granny smoking in front of the no smoking sign.
It's not smoking, it's vaping. It's different.
Granny, what are you rebelling against?
What have you got?
Would you like to take a hit off my thick rig?
I haven't thought about this. There's a calendar back here. I haven't checked to see if that correlates to the calendar of the current month. Yeah, that's what a heart looks like.
That seems like an incredibly serious medical problem. That man's got a sugar cookie in his lung.
So we come here, we can buy a recipe for green tea, which, unlike Story of Seasons, this was back when you can just make a recipe and then you would learn it from there. So we don't actually need to buy any recipes that we don't want. But we can buy medicines from her, which help because once we start going down into the mines, we're very likely to start running out of stamina and also catching colds. Because that's necessary.
You can't overwork yourself on the belly of the beast.
But it's actual cold gas that we find.
Oh.
Like, there's a bunch of gases down in the mines. One of them just arbitrarily gives you a cold.
Plumes of subterranean viruses.
Are you excavating biological weapons? Is this Resident Evil 4?
It seems you've caught the chthonic flu.
I look like I have it right now.
Maybe you should take a body geyser. Or a cookie. Eat it when you're tired.
She told you. I'm selling that cookie.
That's where that guy got sugar cookie lung from.
That's right. I don't think I did it right.
It's the #1 affliction in Harmonica Town.
I never managed to come to the school when it's actually in session. I don't know if anything actually happens here. I could have sworn in one of the games that I played, you could come to the school and you could have a little cutscene where you talked about your job.
That's adorable.
So, wait a minute. I think both kids got something wrong in their answers, so they still got A's. Even though there was only 10 questions.
It's one of those freeform charter schools.
Well, someone left their shoes here. And the world is upside down.
Well, yes, but what about the game?
Maybe Harmonica Town is in Tasmania.
Maybe. It's a charming little place. There's a lot of detail, but you pretty much need to be using the camera in order to see any of it. Because the game's main camera is always situated on a rail.
You're just gonna let that go? Just Wizard's house? You're just nothing for that?
What? What's weird about that?
You know, maybe it's our thinking that's become too rigid, Yami.
Apparently.
I mean, this is Harvest Moon Alchemy Parade.
So look at that. This place looks pretty nice. I don't know why they didn't give you the option to control a camera. I mean, I know it's a Wii game, but there are a bunch of buttons that the game doesn't use at all. Look at silly puppy.
Oh, you handsome doggo!
There's some very not smart design decisions in this game, which just kind of baffle me. It took me a long time to decide that I actually really like this game, because there is sort of a barrier of entry just with some of the design decisions. But who wants to go to church?
Ooh, I do!
He does.
Best is up for it. Another doggy.
Oh,
Doggies.
a Pyrenees hound.
That dog did not have a collar or an owner. You probably shouldn't pet strange dogs.
You should probably take him home. That cat has got an absurdly long tail.
If you befriend animals, you can actually bring one of them home as a pet.
Oh.
Game of the year.
I'm not bothering with the dogs and the cats, though. There's cooler animals out there.
Oh, but a tiny beagle! Oh, Snoopy friend!
This is one of the ways it prevents us from going up to the mining district, along with the bridge. One of the things I do like about this game is pretty much everything that you do stops the clock. It's like taking out the camera. I think all the animals and people stop moving. In fact, if they're facing you, I think they focus their attention on the camera, which is a nice detail. But also, like, every time you do an action, like using your tools, the time stops. I think time stops when you're indoors. And days move pretty slowly to begin with, so there's a ton of time given to you for you to do all of your chores. It mostly comes down to you remembering everything you need to do.
Which is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sad the animal from the Muppets band died in this town.
Truly the saddest death.
In keeping with the theme, a Celesta is a keyboard instrument, where the hammer strike kind of like a xylophone over a wooden frame, creating a light bell-like sound.
Oh. I see.
And I believe the mine was the Garmon Mines, which is a Russian accordion.
Probably a more pleasant discussion than one related to this lady. She's permanently depressed because her husband died a year ago.
Was her husband animal?
Yes, the real twist of the story. That's why it's called Animal Parade, because he always wanted one, and now we need to build one up for him.
Oh no, he's looking down from heaven like, so happy!
Animal, never try to learn Celesta again. Stick to drums.
Too hard! Too hard!
Harry's a nice enough guy.
Perry's got some weird vertical cat eyes going on there.
He's weird because he's the vicar, I think. Not quite a priest. Sort of something before then. But I think his religion is correlated to the harvest goddess. Because, like, I don't think he's Christian. I don't quite understand the combination of religions and beliefs that Harvest Moon sometimes employs.
Maybe after the events of Hero of Leaf Valley, Chester became Pope.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it? That would be a pope either everyone or no one would love.
Every speech is just about how bomb-ass the harvest goddess is.
Grumpy guy in hair clips. And slippers. This dude's got a kind of strange design.
And sparkles.
And sparkles. It's Chase. He's another bachelor. He works at the bar, but until we ring one of the bells, he doesn't actually go there. He mostly just hangs out at his house, which is a very long walk away from the bar, so I don't know why he's there. But we met everyone in Harmonic Town. There's still more characters to meet, but they're all in Flute Fields, and Hamilton doesn't care about them. And everyone over in Garmon Mines. After all, he's only mayor of Harmonica Town. So you notice, it's only 4 PM now. But the video's almost over. Days last a very long time. And until we get to the point where we're cutting out massive parts of the days, one day can encompass 2 parts of the LP.
Wow.
She's very sad.
So I'm not convinced that Finn exists, and Best isn't just crazy.
She's got her very own great gazoo.
Alright, now that we've talked to a bunch of people, now we get the tools to give to Bo. Jeez. If you want to give someone a gift, give it to them, you fucking moron. Don't make them assume.
Oh, I thought you threw it at their head.
Don't stand there and ask them to guess which pocket it's in.
That's how I got arrested.
He's got another of his own portrait in here.
Oh, happier times, happier times.
Back when portraits were gray.
Oh boy.
Bet he go through a lot of hair gel to look like that.
Heavens, I've put on a lot of weight since then.
All these cookies I keep eating. But I'm so tired all the time.
Coughs up a fistful of sprinkles into a handkerchief.
What does he have, cookie cancer?
That's just like the movies where, you know someone's dying when they cough up a little bit of blood. Except, a festive array of sugar treats this time.
That's right. He's got frosted tuberculosis.
He's got the condition that makes his heart look like a cookie heart.
Oh no.
That's what we saw in the x-ray. It all comes together.
Oh no.
That's him. That's his x-ray.
Maya's killing everyone in town. She's taking over.
Oh my goodness. This game's actually about the succession battle for Harmonica Town.
The doctor fled to Big Rock Candy Mountain to try and find a cure for this horrible affliction.
War of the Rose Waters.
Oh no. Soon enough, gonna be bonbons over Baghdad.
In the game of scones, you either win or you get diabetes.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Did I miss anything important? Or is we'll move on to part 2, and if it comes up, we'll talk about it there.
No, I think we pretty much covered it. Everything except the wizard satisfactorily.
The wizard will show up eventually. He's a character, and also a secret bachelor. And unlike all the other bachelors, he doesn't have a romance rival. So he's mine.
I was gonna say, if you bothered to put it to a vote, everyone would just vote for the wizard anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Little do you know is your romance rival is Dormammu.
That's it for part 1. We'll move on to part 2, which is not nearly as long.